Hey kids, welcome to Lesson 6, Functions in Top-Down Design, Part 2. Today we're going to revisit a problem that you probably are familiar with. This is the 3x3 square. Now on this one, we're going to try to draw this efficiently as possible. The only difference that this time you're going to be armed with the ability to create layers of functions to help you design a more elegant and efficient solution. Use the techniques you've learned for breaking down problems into layers and functions in order to improve upon your previous solution. So prior to this, we've done this grid before, and the point of that grid was just to get it done. It didn't matter if there was 30 lines of code or 300 lines of code. Well, in this one, we're going to have a little competition to see who can get it to be the most efficient. By efficient, we mean the overall amount of lines of code. So over here, right now, you can see that I just have 7 lines of code. So in this one, it is who can ever get it the most efficient or least amount of lines. So let's take a look at our problem here. We have this little 3x3 grid made up by little squares. Now, if we think about it, it really could be anything. There could be little hooks changing this way, could be an outline, then you can go down the middle. It could be several different things. It could be just these long vertical, long horizontal, however you want to approach it. There are many ways to do this. There are many ways to do this very efficiently. So this is kind of for you to problem solve out and see how you can do it. I'm going to try my way of doing this. This may or may not be the most efficient way, but it's a good way to do it. So let's take a look at what we have here. So if I'm looking at my grid here, I'm going to take it from the standpoint of these just being little hooks. So we're going to move forward, turn left 3 times. That would be 1, 2, 3. And it'll take us here. If we move forward again, that's 1, 2, 3, and then move forward again. So let's just try this out and see if my crazy idea will work. So I'm going to go over to my functions. I'm going to put a function in here. I'm going to call this hook because that to me what it looks like. I'm going to put a call up here. Call has to be named the same thing. Hook again. So on this one now, I want to do a move forward and then turn left 3 times. If I hit run, it should move up and then spin my little turtle around. Let's see if that works. Well, there you go. Up, spun around, there you go. I think if I keep adding hooks, I'll probably get something a little better. But I just don't want to rewrite it. I could do hook, 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 and that would be pretty good, but I can also use a function. So let's put another function in here. And I'm going to move my hook into here because this is ultimately what I want to do. Let's move a call into here. This is going to loop my hook around, so I'm going to call this loop. Think if I move forward before my hook, so I'm going to move forward, then move forward again, turn 3 times left, that'd be pretty good. There seems to be what I would say 1, 2, 3 of these hooks as I go forward. So let's just try real quick and do 3 of these hooks. So I'm going to do Control C, Control V, Control V, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move forward again just so I can get it. Now, let's go ahead and add one after this hook just to see what happens. Let's hit reset and run. Did you see what happened there? Let's take this last hook up and just hit reset. So what this hook does is basically draws a part of this square. So in order to finish this, we're going to have to draw the square multiple times. And hitting reset and run, this gets me close. But not close enough. I still need to do a couple of more things. Let's see if we did a big giant function with just 4 loops in it. Let's see what happens. Let's move my function over here, put a loop in here. I'm going to Control C, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to call this one grid because this is ultimately going to draw my grid. So here I have my call grid goes to my function grid. it'll do 4 loops in a row. So that should go kind of up here, over here, then over here like this, then over here like this, and then finish up down here. And every time it goes to loop, the call is going to go down to my function, which is move forward, hook, 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 move forward, hook. Well, what's the hook? Well, the hook is simply just going up and then spinning myself around. So I'm hoping nested through this, when I hit reset and run, that this actually draws my grid. Let's see how close I am. So far, so good. Notice that hook, how every time it does something. Well, that doesn't look too good. It looks close, but I definitely have some sort of problem here. What could be my problem? Maybe I was wrong about this hook thing. Maybe instead of 3, I need 4. Let's just try that. Let's reset. Let's run. Well, this definitely looks much better. So each time it does it, it's drawing a part of the square as it's going along. Pretty good. Turtle ends up in the same spot. Grid looks pretty good. I ended up doing this total with about 22 lines of code. That's pretty good. I think our class average was somewhere around 28 for most kids, which is excellent. So 22, even better. This is what you should be aiming for. So on this one again, we have 4 loops, 4 hooks, a move forward, a hook, and then a move forward and 4 turn lefts. So all this here, just to draw this little grid. Let's let this finish, and then we'll see if code.org agrees with us. Let's see if we did it right. Hey, good job, kids. I will see you on the next lesson.